Guess who's coming on the show sometimes?
What? It was a cute little kid right here, way back. Cute little kid with an awesome name.
Is that a coincidence? After the car or after the sewing machine? After the Jensen car.
Yeah, Jensen Interceptor.
Yes! Thank you!
Sorry,
Get off your phone. Millennials these days. Me? Okay, great. 1 second.
I'm just posting. I'm about to take a picture with you.
Favorites. 1 second. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go. I feel like we've avoided this because there's a bright spotlight and all I see are shadows, but I think there's a hand way back. It's moving. Yes, I see a shadow. Yes. So it's pretty bright that way, so we're like using gecko chameleon peripheral vision. What? Gecko chameleon.
Is that like
might be a
this?
premature question.
Multi-talented. There are two people in my opinion that probably deserve a producer credit. No questions asked. One is Kevin Parks. Just for the amount of knowledge.
There's a tree by it.
See, as a producer, you have to show up.
Not me then. I'm out.
And Robin, she has this knack for continuity, and she's like, well, you know, we used this blade to kill this thing in season 4. Why doesn't it kill this thing in season 13? That doesn't make sense. And I'm like, I'll call the writers. And then I'll call the writers and be like, Robin brings up a good point. They're like, tell Robin she's right, we'll fix it. That happens probably once a month. So she's looking out for the show, and but it's funny.
I think it's also indicative of what kind of.
She's also like, I mean, I don't care. It's not my job. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. Point taken. Let me get on it.
But our crew takes an active part in the show. It's not like they show up to do their job and okay, here I hand you your watch, you hand me your wedding ring, and here's the angel blade, and here's the this, and they go home. Like we care about it.
Yeah, I see the production assistants, the guys who literally their job is to make sure the set's clean, taking the garbage out. If there's a spill or a glass breaks or something, they swoop in with their mops and brooms. I mean, it's kind of a thankless job. I see those people sitting down reading the scripts. So there's
Vampire Diaries, but Vampire Diaries.
Right, yeah, they're reading Legends of Tomorrow. But so there's really an active investment from a lot of the crew in what the show is and where it's going and what it means to them and what it means to their families. So yeah, life would be difficult without any of those people.
Obviously.
Yes. Thank you. So one of our electrics, Tyler, he had an invisible lock. So it's something that you can practice. Did you see this?
I brought it with me.
Invisible is not the right word.
It is an invisible lock. Did you see this?
Joke's on you. It's invisible.
Why did you show me?
It was a clear lock, so you can see all the mechanics inside, and it's to practice picking locks. And so he let me have it for a few days, and I was working with it, trying to and it's very difficult to pick a lock, even with a lock pick set. So we always joke that when we walk up and we're like. We're literally the fastest lock pickers in the world. There's no way that it would take 9 times that long, even if we were good at what we did. So, this is Rob Benedict's Irish. He's like, hey Rob, do an Irish accent. He's like, okay, it's just one thing, but I can nail it. And he just goes,
Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
True story.
True story.
All right, before absolutely obliterating any further accents.
I don't know. This is kind of fun. You know what's funny is when you ask Jared to talk in a Texas accent, he actually puts on an accent. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like, you know, you just speak normal. You're from Texas. That's anyway.
All right,
I want to hear your Scottish. You hang out with Ruth. Just channel Ruth. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're giving up.
They're made to be delicious. I've never seen it.
And now we'll go on to
Sometime right around, what was the episode where Lucifer tries to kill Lamar, Cassifer tries to kill Lamara?
It's like 9 episodes you just described.
With the hand of God.
The submarine one.
Was it 19? In the chapel. During that episode, I started doing that to Ruthie, and she was just looking at me like, that's awful, but that's awful Irish, not awful Scottish.
Yes, Frosted Lucky Charms. And he doesn't even, I don't even know what that is.
Like, Scottish dance, man.
Oh, right, it's the Scottish leprechaun.
Yes.
Leprechaun. I'm so sorry. Again, we apologize in advance. Dutch? All right.
It's basically German.
That's right.
Don't do Dutch. Do Denmarkish.
I'm so sorry. And I worked with this for 11 years.
Do Swedish.
Spanish?
Swedish.
Swedish? Hola.
Going all the way back, when you guys first met each other, what did you think of each other? And what was your chemistry? And be honest, it's for each of you.
I think I thought, is this what this guy's wearing to a network audition?
I
think you had a hoodie on. You had like long hair, and I'm like, what high school band camp did they just get this kid from?
I think my first thought was, how do legs bend like that?
Did this guy park his horse out front?
You know, I think I sort of knew when I found out that he would be the one that I was reading, because I found out, I'm sure you did too, it was like, hey, you're going to be with Jared Padalecki, blah, blah, blah. I found out like, hey, it's going to be you and Jensen Ackles reading, blah, blah, blah.
No.
Okay. They didn't tell you anything?
No, I walked in because I thought I was coming in to read for against other deans.
Oh, funny.
I thought there was going to be like 4 or 5. Generally, when you get to this level of the audition process,
Well, it was with the dean.
luckily I was able to save that name. But I thought that I was going to come in there, there was going to be 4 other guys all reading, all competing for the same role. And I walked in and he was, it was just this kid with floppy hair and a hoodie sitting on the couch. And I was like, hey man. And we introduced ourselves, and I was like, are you reading Redeemed? He's like, no, I'm reading for Sam. I was like, is there anybody else here? He's like, no, it's just you and me. Well, that's kind of weird, isn't it? And you were like, yeah, I don't know. And then I think we very quickly were like, where are you from? Texas? Oh, no way, I'm from Dallas, I'm from San Antonio. And so it was a very quick.
Where's your football team? Cowboys.
So it was a very quick, and it was, I mean, we have these kinds of interactions with guys. That was a pretty frequent thing in our lives at that time because we were doing lots of auditions. We were constantly walking into waiting rooms and signing in and seeing 7 other guys that are our same demographic.
You just learn the basics really quickly.
Yeah, you're like, hey, where are you from? You know, and nobody's from. Very rarely do you ever meet anybody who's actually from LA.
Right.
So it was
It also helps in auditions because usually you're auditioning, it's you with a casting director, but if you're doing a scene with somebody when it's you with a person who also might be, it helps to try and build, I don't say chemistry, but some knowledge of each other before it's just like, you never met somebody, you don't know anything about them, you read with them. To have some sense of somebody. We were pretty quick friends. I mean, I did find out that I was going to be reading with you in some way, shape, or form, or meeting you or something. I remember IMDbing him, and it was like a Dark Angel picture or something. And I was like, how does one suck their cheeks in so much? I remembered I knew all the stuff he had worked on, you know what I mean? I didn't know him as an actor. Like, I'm sure he had never watched Gilmore Girls. I hadn't watched Dark Angel, you know what I mean?
Hashtag Team Rory.
She's the one they're trying to figure out who's on the team with her. It's always Team Rory. It's either Jen
Figure that one out.
So I didn't know what to think. We got in there and I was like, cool. Like, he can act, he's communicating, and this will be fun. You get in, well, it's not.
He's a thespian.
Well, have my back here. It's not a foregone conclusion that the people you're in the room with know how to act. A lot of times this is the way I was told to deliver my line. And if you get to something else, they're like, this is the way I was told to deliver it. Like, come on, like, let's play. It's not hitting a tennis ball against the wall. It's playing with somebody else who's going to take you places you didn't think you'd go and make sure you're better. So I was like, sweet, I had fun. As nerve-wracking as it is, it's a room like 30 people. That make all the decisions for the network and the studio. They're about to decide, what the next month of your life is going to be like if you get to shoot a pilot, and in this case, the next 13 years of your life, hopefully, and going on.
I wonder, out of those 30 executives that were in that room that day, how many still hold that job other than Peter?
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure that most of the people that were making the decision in that room aren't even in those positions anymore.
Yeah, they've either moved up or down or sideways.
Yeah. Peter Roth, though, who was the president of Warner Brothers Television, he has been there since day one and continues to be just a champion for us in the show.
I wonder who in that room was secretly thinking like, nah, this isn't gonna work.
Oh yeah.